This is a test.
This is a test. What do you know about language arts, math, science, and social studies? Find out while playing along with Knowledge for College, where teams from competing UISD schools spin the wheel of knowledge and answer questions from a world of subject categories. It's a mind challenge for students and a chance to win for their school. But most of all, it's a really fun way to learn. Now, let's play Knowledge for College.
Hello and welcome to Knowledge for College, a game show featuring some of UISD's best and brightest students. My name is Jose Sanchez, and today we have contestants from Garcia Middle School and United South Middle School. And well, let's meet them. From Garcia Middle School, we have Mia. How you doing today, Mia?
I'm doing good, and you?
That's awesome. And what do you like to do in your spare time?
I like playing sports and writing.
Oh, okay. You like to write?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. That's great. All right. Well, it's good to have you here. Then we have Juan. How you doing today, Juan?
Good.
And I see you've got you got a band T-shirt on.
Yes, sir.
So is that you play in your school band?
Yes.
That's cool. What instrument do you play?
French horn. I play French horn.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. And what do you enjoy doing in your spare time?
I like to read and go outside.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's always nice to go outside. Not a lot of people do that nowadays, huh? Yeah. All right. So from United South Middle School, we have Jocelyn. How you doing, Jocelyn?
Good.
And what do you enjoy doing in your spare time?
I enjoy looking up science facts like chemistry, and I like playing my instrument,
Oh, really? What instrument do you play?
trumpet.
Oh, okay. We got two brass players. Got two brass players here. Excellent. All right. Last but not least, Augusta. How you doing today, Augusta?
Really good, actually.
That's great. That's great. That's good to hear. What do you enjoy doing in your spare time?
I enjoy playing my clarinet. I take part in UIL academics team, and I like to read as well.
You like to read as well. That's great. We got three musicians on our set. That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you play an instrument, Mia?
I used to play for Charleston.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Four musicians on set. All right. Well, let's go ahead and go over the rules real quick. Each team is going to take turns spinning the wheel of knowledge, right? And you're going to get questions from science, language arts, social studies, and math. Okay. Each question is worth 5 points. All right. Now we have our wild turn category. You see that red one there? That's the wild turn category. Those are questions that can come from any academic subject area, and they're difficult questions. They're hard questions. They're very hard questions, and they're worth 10 points, right? Double points, okay? Now, you have a 1 minute time limit to answer the questions, okay? When your minute is up, you're gonna hear a little bell, like that one there. And when you hear that bell, you got to give us your answer right away. Now, of course, you're going to earn points by answering the questions correctly. It's kind of obvious, right? Okay, but if one team gets the answer incorrectly, the other team will have a chance to answer the question correctly and earn the points for themselves, right? Right. So we had a coin toss to determine who would go first, and Salvador Garcia Middle School won control. So go ahead and give us our first spin. And we're going to start with social studies. We're going to start with social studies, okay? And I'm going to give you guys these pieces of paper here so you can follow with me. There you go. Go ahead and follow along with me. And here's your first question. George Washington chose this site to spend the winter with his troops, assuming that it would be defendable and his troops would have plenty of provisions. Was it A, Saratoga, New York, B, Trenton, New Jersey, C, Williamsburg, Virginia, or D, Valley Forge, Pennsylvania?
We think it's the Valley Forge.
That is correct. Valley Forge, Pennsylvania is the correct answer. Right. Okay, good. So that's 5 points for Salvador Garcia Middle School. United South, you ready? Spin the wheel. Go for it. Uh-oh. We're going to go to a math question. We're going to go to a math question, all right? And you're going to listen very carefully. You have calculators. You have pencils and paper there that you can work out the problems. Follow along very carefully. And look at that diagram there and answer this. Sarah grabs a cone-shaped cup and fills it with water. How many cubic centimeters of water will fit in the cup if she fills it completely? Right there you have a little graphic that gives you the measurements of the cup. Okay, it's 8 centimeters tall by 6 centimeters wide. Okay. And what is the correct answer? Is it A, 9.42 centimeters to the third power? B, 75.4 cubic centimeters to the third power? C, 226.2 cubic centimeters to the third power? Or D, 301.59 cubic centimeters to the third power? Which is the correct answer?
We think it's B, 75.40 centimeters cubed.
And I think you're correct. Indeed, that is the correct answer. All right. Good job. So that's 5 points for United South. Salvador Garcia, are you ready? Spin that wheel. All righty then. We're going to go with science. We're going to go with science this time for 5 points. Go ahead and follow along with me. There you go. Here's your copy of the question so you can follow with me. And here we go for 5 points. Determine the total number of atoms in the compound silver sulfate. And there you have the you have the chemical name for it. Okay. And what is the answer? Is it A, 2, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 7? What is the total amount of atoms?
D, 7.
That is incorrect. I'm sorry. United South Middle School. Determine the total number of atoms in the compound silver sulfate. Is it 2, 4, 5, or 7? Okay. What is the total number of atoms in the compound silver sulfate? Do you have the answer?
It's 7.
Okay, that is incorrect. That correct answer is 5. There are 5 atoms in silver sulfate. No score there, but we will continue. It is United South Middle School's turn. Go ahead and spin the wheel. All right, and we're going to go back to the social studies category. All right, and here we go. Here we go. Here's your copy of the questions. Go ahead and follow along with us. And for 5 points, which message presented to Congress in 1823 warned European powers not to interfere with the United States' interests in the Western Hemisphere? Was it A, the Alien and Sedition Acts, B, the Emancipation Proclamation, C, the Gettysburg Address, or D, the Monroe Doctrine?
Letter D, the Monroe Doctrine.
That is correct. The Monroe Doctrine in 1823 warned European powers not to mess around with anything in the Western Hemisphere. Good job. All right, so that's 5 points for United South Middle. Salvador Garcia, it's your turn. Spin the wheel. All right, here we go with another math problem. All right, and this is going to be worth 5 points, of course. There you go. Follow along very carefully. And your question is, a transformation is applied to a figure to create a new figure. Which transformation does not preserve congruence? A, a reflection across the x-axis. B, a translation 7 units down. C, a dilation by a scale factor of 5. Or D, a rotation of 90 degrees clockwise.
We think it's C, a dilation by a scale factor of 5.
You are absolutely correct. That is indeed the right answer. Very good. 5 points for Salvador Garcia Middle School. United South, you ready? Spin the wheel. back to social studies. Okay. For 5 points, follow along with me while I ask you the following question. Here we go. For 5 points, Thomas Paine, an Englishman who had come to America on the advice of Benjamin Franklin, wrote an important pamphlet called Common Sense. This pamphlet urged the colonists to A, submit to England's policies and declare loyalty to the crown, B, elect a president to make decisions for the colonists, C, break all connections with Great Britain and be free of tyranny of kings and nobles, or D, appoint George Washington as commander-in-chief.
Letter C, break all connections with Great Britain and be free of tyranny of kings and nobles.
That is the correct answer. That is the correct answer. Very good, very good. That's 5 points for you. Salvador Garcia Middle School, go ahead and give us a spin on that wheel. All right, and we're going again, social studies. All right, and this is still worth 5 points. Go ahead and follow along with me as I ask you the following question. Which of the following best explains why thousands of Cherokees were forcibly removed from their homes in Georgia during the 1830s? A, Andrew Jackson led U.S. forces against the Cherokees in the Seminole Wars. B, the Cherokees were not U.S. citizens and so could not seek protection from U.S. courts. C, white settlers wanted the Cherokees' desirable lands in the southeast. Or D, changes in climate made Georgia unsafe for both American Indians and white settlers. Which is the correct answer?
We think it's C.
That is correct. White settlers wanted their land. That is correct. All right. So that's 5 points for Salvador Garcia Middle School. And now we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with more Knowledge for College. Keep it right here.
United Independent School District invites all UISD parents to attend the annual Parent Learning Summit from 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday, November 9th at United High School. The event includes many informative parent sessions, kiddie camps, and motivational speaker Raul Magdaleno. Parents will be served free breakfast and lunch, plus there will be door prize drawings. Attend the UISD Parent Learning Summit Saturday, November 9th at United High School.
What can I be?
I'm a U.S. Naval Academy appointee and a future aeronautical engineer.
I plan to get my doctorate's degree so I can research the effects of drugs on the mind and behavior.
I am an early college graduate and a future pharmacist.
I am the first in my family to go to college and I plan to become an attorney.
If you dream it, you can be it.
We are united.
We are united.
At United Independent School District, safety is our #1 priority.
Every UISD school has a security station which controls access through the main entrance.
All campuses have police and security officers on site.
Our command center allows us to monitor security cameras throughout the district.
Our schools are equipped with metal detectors,
as well as drug and bomb sniffing canines.
At UISD, safety is our #1 priority.
And we are back. You are watching Knowledge for College. Today's contestants are from Salvador Garcia Middle School and United South Middle School. And let's get to know them a little bit better. Mia, do you know what you wanna be when you grow up?
I'm thinking of being a neurosurgeon.
Oh wow, neurosurgeon. Wow, that's a heck of a career. Yeah. Do you plan on going to any particular college?
I'm gonna try to get into Stanford, hopefully. Maybe.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right, good. How about you, Juan?
I would like to be a musician or architect.
A musician or an architect? Really? And where do you plan on going to school?
UT or UTSA.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you can always major in architecture and minor in music. Yeah, you can always do that. The sky's the limit, right? Jocelyn, how about you? What do you plan on being when you grow up?
I'm planning to be a musician and a chemical engineer.
Wow, a musician and a chemical engineer. Where do you plan on going to school?
I want to go to Ohio State University.
Oh, wow. Wow. Cool. Cool. Great. And how about you, Augusta?
I want to become a dermatologist because I really enjoy the medical field, and I plan on going to Johns Hopkins University.
Oh, Johns Hopkins. That's a good school too. All right. Well, yeah, like I just said, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. Y'all can do anything you set your mind to. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't, especially yourself, right? Okay, good, good, good. All right, so where we left off, it was United South's turn to spin the wheel. So go ahead and give us a spin on that wheel. And it's social studies first. Again, social studies. We've been getting a lot of social studies questions today, haven't we? All right, and here we go. For 5 points, follow along with me as I ask you the following question. All right, so what was the main goal of the American Temperance Society? A, to decrease or end the consumption of alcohol. B, to build hospitals for the poor and disabled. C, to establish schools for African Americans in the South. Or D, to secure for women the right to vote.
We think it's A, to decrease or end the consumption of alcohol.
That's right. That's what the American Temperance Society and the temperance movement was about. Very good, very good. All right, so that is 5 points for United South Middle School. Salvador Garcia, you ready? Spin the wheel. Uh-oh, and we're gonna have our first wild turn question. All right, and this is worth 10 points. This is worth 10 points. This is gonna come from science, from the science, the subject of science, right? And your question is, the U.S. Department of Wildlife noticed a sharp decline in the rainbow trout population in the mountains of South Carolina. Which of the following would be the best hypothesis to test about the population decline? A, the increased temperature of the water in the mountain streams led to the decline of the rainbow trout population. B, the rainbow trout laid more eggs last season. C, the increased amount of oxygen in the water increased the size of rainbow trout. Or D, the increased amount of oxygen in the water increased the food consumption of the rainbow trout.
We think it's A, the increased temperature of the water in the mountain streams led to the decline of the rainbow trout population.
Yeah, it was just too hot for them, right? Yeah, okay, so that's 10 points for Salvador Garcia Middle School. Right, okay, awesome, good job. United South, go ahead and give me a spin on that wheel. Almost had another wild turn question, but no, we're gonna go to our language arts category. And this is gonna be worth 5 points. And here we go. Give me a sec, because these are stuck together. There we go, it happens, right? There you go. Okay, so follow along, listen closely. Which of the following words is not an example of a subordinating conjunction? Which of the following words is not an example of a subordinating conjunction? A, underneath. B, because. C, since. Or D, while.
We think it's letter A, underneath.
Letter A is not an example of a subordinated conjunction. That is correct. All right, so that's 5 points for United South Middle School. Salvador Garcia, spin the wheel. And again, language arts. Language arts for 5 points. Okay. Here we go. Go ahead and follow along with me as I ask you the following question. Which of the following does not represent the persuasive strategies used by writers and advertisers? Which of the following does not represent the persuasive strategies used by writers and advertisers? Is it A, fables, B, ethos, C, pathos, or D, logos?
We think it's A, fables.
That is correct. That does not, that's not a persuasive device, a fable, right? Okay, so that is 5 points for Salvador Garcia. United South, spin the wheel. Oops. Science, here we go. Here we go. And this is going to be referring to the periodic table of the elements, okay? So, which will be on your card so for your reference, okay? So, go ahead and follow along. Which of the following elements would have a valence of 3? Which of those elements would have a valence of 3? Is it letter F? I don't know the name, so I'm just going to say the letters. Cu, G, Mg, H, Si, or J, Al?
We think it's J, Al.
And you think correctly. Yes, that is correct. All right. So that's 5 points for United South. Salvador Garcia, go ahead and spin the wheel. All right, wild turn again. Wild turn. Okay, so this is going to be 10 points. This is going to come from social studies, from the social studies category, okay? So listen very, very carefully for 10 points. What step comes next after Congress proposes a constitutional amendment? What comes next after Congress proposes a constitutional amendment? A, the proposal must be approved by the president. B, the proposal is placed on the ballot for the next national election. C, the proposal undergoes judicial review by the Supreme Court. Or D, the proposal is sent to state legislatures for ratification.
We think it's D.
I'm sorry, what was it?
D.
D?
Letter D.
Letter D is correct. Yes. Yes, when it's a constitutional amendment, the state legislatures have to ratify. They all have to agree. Okay, so very good. That's 10 points for Salvador Garcia. United South, spin that wheel. Let's see what we get. Uh-oh, another wild turn. Another wild turn. Back-to-back wild turns. Okay. This is going to come again from social studies. Okay, follow along very carefully with me. And here we go. Horace Mann helped spearhead the common or public school movement in the mid-1800s. The idea behind common schools was that A, everyone should have the opportunity to get a free education. B, American democracy requires an education for landowners. C, educated people could receive future tax breaks. Or D, public resources should be allocated only to those with the most potential. What was the idea behind public or common schools?
We think it's A. Everyone should have the opportunity to get a free education.
That is correct. That is correct. That was Horace Mann's idea. Right. Okay, cool. All right, so that's 10 points. 10 points for United South Middle. Salvador Garcia, it's your turn. Spin the wheel. Wow, it just stopped dead on wild turn. It just stopped dead on that wild turn question. So here we go. Again, for 10 points, another social studies question. All right. Follow along very closely with me. And here we go. For 10 points, which of the following best explains why the Dred Scott versus Sandford decision demonstrated the principle of judicial review? A, it determined that Dred Scott lacked the authority to sue for freedom. B, it determined that Congress had no authority to prohibit slavery in federal territories. C, it gave Dred Scott his constitutional right to a fair trial with an impartial jury. Or D, it offered U.S. citizenship to former slaves by declaring certain laws unconstitutional. Which of those explains why the Dred Scott versus Sandford decision demonstrated the principle of judicial review?
We think it's A. It determined that Dred Scott lacked the authority to sue for freedom.
That is incorrect. United South Middle.
We think it's B. It determined that Congress had no authority to prohibit slavery in federal territories.
That is correct. That is correct. That is exactly what was determined. Yes, indeed. All right, so that's 10 points for United South Middle School. And guess what? It's your turn to spin the wheel. Go ahead. Social studies. Social studies. Once again, social studies, okay? For 5 points this time. All right. All right, here we go. Listen carefully. How did the Declaration of Independence justify the colonists' demand for independence? A, it attacked the British Parliament by exposing corruption. B, it claimed that independence would benefit Britain as well as the colonies. C, it argued that the British king had violated the rights of the colonists. Or D, it explained that American colonists should have different rights than British citizens. How did the Declaration of Independence justify the colonists' demand for independence?
We think it's C. It argued that the British king had violated the rights of the colonists.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And they were none too pleased about that either, were they? All right, very good. All right, that's 5 points for United South Middle. And now we're going to go to another short break. You are watching Knowledge for College. Keep it right here.
United ISD is looking to hire school bus drivers. Qualified drivers who are hired will receive paid bus driving training, paid annual drug and alcohol testing, paid annual physical exams, paid state required bus driver certification, paid certification class time, and excellent employee benefits. In return, UISD is looking for a 2-year bus driver commitment. Consider a rewarding career working with students at United ISD. Apply today.
You've been watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning featuring some of our best and brightest students here at UISD. We would like to thank our contestants from United South Middle School and Salvador Garcia Middle School for joining us today. And don't forget to watch Knowledge for College and all of our other fine programming on this and other local TV stations, including the Public Access Channel. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting our show, and we will see you next time on Knowledge for College. Let's say goodbye, everybody. Bye.